Hi there! In this Webflow tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the tour dates section of this website using Webflow's Content Management System, or CMS for short. Webflow's CMS allows you to organize content that would be featured on your website, such as blog posts, food menus, and also tour dates for a traveling musician. The first thing we're going to do is look at spreadsheet data. Then we're going to set up the CMS, followed by uploading the spreadsheet to populate the CMS with data. Then we're going to set the CMS data onto the canvas and format and organize what is going to be presented. Since we will be focusing on creating a tour date, we will use a spreadsheet to automate the process. Here you can see a Google Sheet for the tour dates. It's important to note that the date section is in this particular format. This helps with uploading the entire spreadsheet to Webflow's CMS. The link to this spreadsheet will be in the description. Before we upload any spreadsheet into the CMS, we have to make sure we export it as a comma-separated value, or CSV file, for short. A CSV file is a simple text file used to store data in a table format. Each row in the table is represented by a line in the file, and the data within each row is separated by commas. Google Sheets, Excel, as well as LibreOffice Calc have their own way of exporting a CSV file. For example, in Google Sheets, just click File, Download, and choose comma-separated values. When it comes to creating your spreadsheet for the CMS, it's important to take note of the title of each section in your spreadsheet. Now that we have an idea of how the data is organized for the CMS, let's go to Webflow. With Webflow open, click on the CMS icon. Click the Create New Collection Plus icon. In the middle of the screen is where we will set up the format for our CMS collection. On the right side of the CMS window is where you will see the complete view of the CMS collection. Under Collection Name, type the word Tour. It's important that any collection you make has a name you can refer to. If you notice below Collection Name, you will see Collection URL. You can leave that alone, but notice how the URL has the same name as Tour. In the Collection Fields area is where we will set up data that we will be entered later. Since we're creating a series of tours, we can leave the basic info fields alone. Under Custom Fields, click Add Field. Click Plain Text. Under Label, type State and City. Click the Save Field button. The field we just created is to set up the state and the city. Notice on the right side of the screen, you now have an added field. The next field is the venue. Under Custom Fields, click Add Field. Click Plain Text. Under Label, type Venue. Click the Save Field button. With that done, let's set up the date field of the CMS. Click Add Field. Click Date and Time. Under Label, type Date. If you notice Include Time Picker, that's if your event will be at a specific time you want displayed on your site. In this case, most touring artists will have the time posted with a ticket service provider, so we can leave that blank. Click the Save Field button. Now to set up the web links for purchasing tickets. Click Add Field. click Link. Under Label, type Link. Click the Save Field button. Now the CMS is ready for data entry. If you notice the name of each field, they match up to the names of the fields within the spreadsheet. Remember, the spreadsheet will help populate the CMS collection. Side note, it's important to ensure that the field names in your spreadsheet match exactly with those in the CMS, as they are case sensitive. To finalize this collection, click Create Collection. With this window open, click Import. Assuming you already have the CSV file for this project, you can drag and drop or click to browse to upload the file. Once uploaded, this window will appear. By default, the first option is selected for you. Just click Continue. If you type the field correctly based on the fields in your spreadsheet, everything should be ready to upload. Click the Import button. If you wish to create a backup, I'll leave that to you. Once the file is uploaded, click Close. Now you have a CMS collection with data. Let's say you already set up the data based on a spreadsheet, but you have to add just one more piece of information. Click on the blue Add button. Fill out the CMS data. Think of filling out the data as a job application. If you notice the name area, you can fill it out how you wish. Don't worry, the name section will not appear on the final website. Click Create. Now open the entry you just made. Scroll down and click Delete, then delete again. You can now click the CMS icon again to close the window. Before adding the CMS content, let's first set up a header. Use Ctrl-E or Command-E on Mac and type div block. When you see the div block option, click on it. Give the div block the class of Tour. While the Tour class is still selected, use Ctrl-E again and type heading in the search bar. You can click on the heading element or press the Enter key when you see the element. Now you have a heading inside of a div block. Name the heading Tour Header. By default, the spacing is set on the top and bottom margin. Set the margins to 0. For padding, we can set the top and bottom to 10 pixels. Under Typography, we can set the text to center align. Now all we have to do is color the background to blue 2 and we can color the heading to blue 3. Now that the header is set, let's move on to adding the collection. With the class Tour Header still selected, use the Add Element shortcut in the search bar. Type Collection List. When you see the collection list, press Enter or click on it. Name the class Tour Collection. With the collection element added, it's important to link the CMS data to it. With the collection element still selected, click on the Settings tab on the right side of the screen. Under Collection List Settings, click the drop-down menu next to Source. Select Tours. click on the Style tab. Now, whenever an element is added, they will be linked to the Tours CMS collection. If you notice the Tours collection class, you will see a drop-down icon. Click on the drop-down icon. Click the drop-down icon for Collection List if it's not open. Click on Collection Item below Collection List. With Collection Item selected, use the Add Elements shortcut with the search bar, open, and type link block. Select the link block. When you insert a link block, you will see the link settings window. Click on checkbox for Get URL from Tours. A drop-down will appear. Click the option for Link. Name the link block Tour Link. Under Typography, set Decor to None. Set the font color to black using the variable's color palette. Set the font size to 20 pixels and the spacing to 29 pixels. Have the font set to bold. Set the padding this way. Top and bottom will be 1 rem, and left and right will be 2 rem. Now click the checkbox for Open in New tab. Click the X icon in the window. In the sizing panel, set the width of the link block to 100%. Set the position to relative. Now that the link block is set, whenever someone clicks on it, it will take them to Ticketmaster. In this next segment, we will add a grid with Tour Link selected. In the element search bar, type grid and select it. Give the grid a class called Tour Grid. In the Layout panel, set columns to 4 and rows to 1. For Align, set it to left center. Set the gap to 0. Under Spacing, set the left and right side to Auto. The grid is now set. Let's add text. With the Tour Grid element still selected, add a text block. Name the class Tour Text. Under Grid Child, set Align to top and Justify to left. With the text block window open, click the purple button and choose the State and City data. Select the Tour Text element in the navigator and copy and paste it. Select the gear icon for the second text block and link the text block to the date. Click on the wrench icon and select the third option in the drop-down window. Click the exit icon. If you notice, both of the Tour text elements share the same alignments. Copy and paste the text block again. This time, link the text block to the venue and click the X icon. It may look odd that the data is too close to each other. However, when you click on the preview, you can see that the information is spaced apart. For the final column, we are going to make a text block that is not related to the data in the CMS. Copy and paste the previous text block element. Click on the Settings tab. Under Text Block Settings, click the drop-down menu and click Disconnect Property. In the input box, type Get Tickets and then click on the Style tab. Even though the Get Tickets area is not really a button, it can look like one, allowing for a call to action. Remember, the text that you see is already inside of a link block. Click the preview button to see your work. Click on one of the links if you wish. The next step is to organize the data according to the date. Make sure you're not in preview mode. If you are in preview, just click the preview button again to view your design tools. In the navigator, click on the tour collection element. Click on the Settings tab. Look for Sort Order and click on the plus icon. In the first drop-down, select Date. In the bottom drop-down, click Oldest to Newest and click Save. Now the tour is organized based on the date. One feature that's great for reading a table is alternating colors. Make sure Tour Collection and Collection List drop-down options are open. Select Collection Item. Name the collection item Tour Data. On the right of the style selector, click the drop-down icon. Under Structure, click Odd Items. Set the background color to gray 1. And now you have a striped tour table. In this next section of the video, what we're going to do is we're going to connect the tour dates call to action. And what's going to happen is when you click on this, it will automatically scroll down to the tour area. But before we do, we just have to change heading to tour. Click away from that. There we go. What we're going to do is minimize the tour div block by clicking the drop down. Make sure tour is selected. And what we're going to do is go to settings. And for ID, type the word tour. Click on the style tab. Then what we're going to do is expand the landing div block, and we're going to go to CTA link right here. Then for CTA link, remember this is a link block. Go to settings, and for the link settings, we're going to click on page section. And then for the section, click the drop down and click on tour. Now, instead of clicking on the preview button, I'm going to use Alt P, and we're going to click on the tour dates right here. Boom. All set.